What's up guys, Blue Zyback here. Today I want to talk about some of the warrior class changes and a few other things, but let's get started on the main topic, the warrior class changes. Now, if these go through without any other changes or nerfs or, nothing else but this goes through, warriors will be gods. Straight up, unstoppable gods. Whew, this is pretty nasty what they're doing to warriors. So, let's get started. So one change I really like, they are keeping Relentless Strike the way it is on live right now. The whole 3 swings of Relentless Strike to reset your Rampage, that is no longer a thing. The RNG is here to stay, and I think that is very good. I know a lot of people really hate on RNG, but it keeps the class fresh. Like if it's just 1-1-1-2, 1-1-1-2, 1-1-1-2, that gets so boring, especially in a game where there's only 8 potential DPS skills and you only really use like 4 or 5 skills. You gotta have a lot of variety there. So RNG keeps things fresh. It keeps them from being tedious and repetitive. So I really like the way Relentless Strike is right now because it raises the skill cap of warriors to where you've got to be sure to react to that Rampage proc the second you get it or you're losing DPS. And I think that's neat. It's better than 1-1-1-2 because the way it was on the PTR, you could train a monkey to play a warrior. And it, 1-1-1-2, 1-1-1-2, that's literally optimal DPS on the PTR. So I'm glad they're reverting that. Next change going through, Savage Strikes, let's back up. Another change going through, Rampage is getting its damage buffed. Now, before you freak out, they are fixing a bug with Rampage where the last 3 hits of Rampage are hitting harder than intended. So maybe this damage buff is to counteract that bug fix. Who knows? They didn't say specifically how much they're buffing it by, but we'll see how that works out. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be about the same as where it is right now. I don't see them buffing the damage of Rampage just because LOL, Rampage needs to hit harder. I just don't see that being a thing, but maybe. I don't know. Next change coming up, Savage Strikes. Savage Strikes is going to be on the global cooldown, but will now function as an execute. So if you Savage Strike somebody below 30% health, it will do more damage. Very good. That skill is actually going to be unique and useful. I don't like it in its current iteration. I think burying it in Breaching Strikes is kind of annoying. I just don't like that skill right now. I like that it's actually going to be a thing for something else other than that. So, happy there. Another change I'm very happy about. Ripsaw is getting a damage buff. Hooray! Maybe it will actually be useful at some point, because currently it's a DPS loss as a dot, and anytime a dot is a DPS loss, that's just retarded. Because what's the point? Why the fuck would you have a dot that hits less than an ability that hits immediately? The whole point of dots is for them to hit harder but over time. Duh. So, that's good. Hopefully that skill will be competitive. Who knows? They've tried to make it competitive before and it failed, so maybe they're really going to buff the damage and it's actually going to be a thing. I would appreciate that, because that skill has been worthless since they nerfed it from the 3 stacks on the beta like a year ago. So, yeah. Now, to what you've all been waiting for. You've probably been listening to me talk going, what the fuck, I don't see anything OP. Here it comes. Breaching Strikes is now off the global cooldown. Now, some of you guys are like, what? That's not going to make warriors gods. But anybody that played the beta will know that that is ridiculous. That change is re-fucking-diculous. They have no idea what taking Breaching Strikes off the global cooldown will do to Warrior Burst. Warriors, in their current iteration, with Tier 4 to Tier 8 Breaching Strikes, are going to be 5-stack taste for blooding kids in PvP. It's going to be ridiculous. So, Breaching Strikes Tier 4, for all you guys that don't know, Breaching Strikes hits hard as fuck. That ability hits super fucking hard and it builds kinetic energy. Now, the Tier 4 can proc an extra Breaching Strikes, and that extra Breaching Strikes can also proc an extra Breaching Strikes. And it's not that uncommon to get 3 of those in a row. That happens all the time. Anybody that runs Tier 4 Breaching Strikes will tell you that getting 3 Breaching Strikes in a row, it's not a super rare occurrence. And that can happen, boom, 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 with Rampage. Imagine a Rampage with 3 Breaching Strikes in the middle of it, all at once. Just Rampage, three Breaching Strikes. Now, Innate, Rampage, Breaching Strikes, potentially another Breaching Strikes, or another Breaching Strikes. I've gotten 5 Breaching Strikes in a row before. And imagine if that was off global cooldown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all instantly. And that's something that you can do easily, because every warrior on Earth, the second their Breaching Strikes is going to be coming up, is going to be spamming it. So there's just going to be like, Breaching Strikes proc, Breaching Strikes proc, Breaching Strikes proc. And it's just going to be ridiculous. And your Innate resets the cooldown, which can also make you proc another one. Holy shit, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. Anybody that played the beta, when Breaching Strikes is off global cooldown, will tell you that that combined with the tier 4 is crazy. And then you combine that with the Innate that can also reset the cooldown. Holy shit, it's nuts. So, unless they put some sort of internal cooldown on this, or make it to where the tier 4 no longer resets the cooldown of Breaching Strikes, dude, I don't know what they're gonna do, because Warrior Burst is absolutely going to be unpredictable and ridiculous. Because personally, I play a warrior, and I remember playing the beta. I'd be like, oh, Breaching Strikes, Breaching Strikes, Breaching Strikes, oh, he died. You know, you can just get lucky like that, and I won't even know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like Lava Burst was with Elemental Shamans and WoW, where they just get 5 fucking free Lava Bursts, and they don't even know what's happening. That's what's gonna be like. So, unless they're putting in some sort of internal cooldown, it's gonna be crazy. It is absolutely going to be fucking crazy. So, yeah, whew. Am I excited? Absolutely, because I don't think I understand the ramifications of taking it off the global cooldown. Maybe they put an ICD in there, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it, because in the beta, they did not have Augmented Blade on the global cooldown either, and I've got PvP footage of that for days. For days! It's actually the intro of my current PvP video. I've already got the intro done, and it is beta footage of just ass plundering with Augmented Blade and Breaching Strikes. So, if that makes it to live, whew, it's gonna be awesome. So yes, bow down to your warrior overlords. I know I've been rambling on this, but I'm excited. So, Megaservers, coming Wednesday, tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that it's tomorrow. So, yeah, coming on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Or wait, is it 5 a.m. Pacific? It's either 5 a.m. Pacific or 8 a.m. Pacific. I don't remember exactly, so don't crucify me. But they're coming on Wednesday with a 12 to 24 hour downtime. They are giving everybody a free day of game time and 30 boomboxes. So that's pretty neat. Megaservers, I'm excited. Very excited. Now on to some bad news. This is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Carbine has dropped the ball on this horribly. Horribly. So, realm transfers, I believe, at this current moment, by the time you guys see this video, are no longer available. And this was announced to be the case when Megaservers hit, not before. So they never announced it. Everybody just assumed you could transfer from server to server until Megaservers hit, and then you're locked in place. Well, what they've done is they've turned off realm transfers early, with very little warning. They put up a post on the dev trackers. They're like, "Lol, we're turning off character transfers in 4 hours" or some shit. So meanwhile, Codex has half of their fucking guild transferred, and the other half of their guild is not transferred. So we'll see how that works out. That's ridiculous. You need to tell people ahead of time by more than 4 fucking hours or 7 hours or whatever the fuck it was, that the realm transfers will be going down permanently and that you're locked where you're at. You should have probably told people that like a week ago or like 3 days ago, or just any time more than what you did, because that's retarded. That is fucking retarded. So hopefully Codex gets their shit sorted out. I don't know. That's dumb. So that's fucking dumb. That's all I've got to say on that. Other bad news. So no current changes have been talked about for PvE gear fucking you over in PvP. Now, I've been talking about all these awesome Breaching Strikes changes and about how warriors are going to wreck face, but I currently can't PvP because my raid gear that I have in my bank affects my PvP item level. So my PvP item level is like 199 or something, and I can't get queues for Battlegrounds at all. None. No queues whatsoever. So they need to take out, they absolutely just need to take out PvP gear score for matchmaking. The gear difference is not enough to warrant it, and fucking brand new players still get matched up with 8 people with 1800 gear. Who the fuck cares? It doesn't even work. So let the fucking PvEers PvP. I don't even want to use my raid gear. I want to use my PvP gear, but my raid gear counts against my gear score. So fuck, I'd like to PvP. It's fun, but I can't at all. I sit in queue for 8 hours and get no queue. So yeah. Anyway, this is my Wildstar update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Haven't done one of these in a while. Bow down to your new warrior overlords because it's coming. If this makes it to live, I've already put a forum post up. I've already tweeted it out that I've experienced this firsthand. This shit is fucking ridiculous. And anybody that thinks it's not has not played a warrior with Breaching Strikes off GCD because it's fucking crazy. It is crazy. Bow down to your warrior overlords because this is crazy. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Tumri, you're like doing the worst thing I've ever seen anybody do ever.
Well, we're gonna get bomb again, guys. It's the closest. So. We'll kill it right when it's on top of us. The time's gonna line up perfectly.